Hi, my name is Seema and I will share with you my thoughts on a topic that is very close to my heart. Do you feel stuck in the wrong room with the wrong people? Let me start by asking you a question. Have you looked at the written words of a language that you're not familiar with? How does it look to you? Some lines, some curves, some dots, etc.? All very confusing. So you would rather not look at it since you're not capable to comprehend it. The same thing happens if who you are and what you think does not match the wavelength of those you are surrounded and interacting with. What you say is all gibberish to them. As an example, if you talk inner peace to those who are highly materialistic, or about afterlife when people are obsessed with the one they are currently living, what kind of reaction will you get? They will laugh at you, call you ignorant or plain stupid. Some will either try to convert you or dismiss you for you do not seem to know the ways of the world. Survival and being ahead here requires different sets of skills and values according to them. Being in the same room as these people requires a protocol. As these people may outnumber you and are advising as well-wishers being family and friends, most amongst us end up stifling themselves and lose their authenticity. This is a story that has been going on for way too long. But this should not be the end for anyone who has the sanity and the intelligence to look outside the walls of illusions that this world has to offer. When you feel unheard for who you are, rather than suffering and being stuck in the hands of those who are ignorant, change the room, or rather the audience itself. Know that the people you are dealing with were never your choice. You were either born into it, married into it, lived near it, worked with it, etc. We're all unique individuals and have the right to think freely. Do not feel the pressure to change yourself. Now, let me ask you something. Is it possible for a 5-year-old to understand what linear algebra is? Of course not, for he doesn't not have the bandwidth to understand at that age. With time, he'll be able to solve these problems too. Similarly, we are all here on different soul missions with different life paths and growth curves. We cannot therefore assume everyone to understand where we are coming from. Having reincarnated many times, the only thing we take from one birth to another is our spirituality. Therefore, each one of us has to learn a different lesson in our lifetime. We cannot expect everyone we are familiar with to grow at our speed. That is why there is a disconnect. Now, this is a key point. The sooner we realize and take some concrete steps when our wavelength does not match our environment, the less we will suffer. Although it's painful, yet it is difficult because of familiarity to cut cords. But know that when we say no to something, we give an opportunity to ourselves for something else. We can untangle ourselves from a web that clips our wings into a sky with endless possibilities. We can set out to find a spiritual family who thinks like us and is accepting, encouraging of our thought process. They may inspire and motivate us to even become a better version of ourselves. You see, changing the room is not bad at all. In fact, it will bring much needed relief, joy and happiness. Try it for yourself much earlier than later. I wish you nothing but peace and healing. Thank you for listening.